Hello, Gemini, my dears. I get two things. The first one is a lullaby, and then the second is a Steve Miller song, Abra Abracadabra. Now, for those of you who remember that song, back in the 80s, it actually was a very sexually charged song, but that's not what I'm getting about this. The lullaby tells me that it's kind of like a slow down kind of a thing, a rest thing. And the part of the song that was running through my head was, I heat up, I can't cool down, my situation spins around and around. And that's what I feel is the tendency towards your energy these days. And that's why you're getting, first of all, the lullaby. Now, the thing with Gemini right now is, as you know, maybe you don't, I didn't until recently, that Uranus has just moved into Gemini and it's going to be there for a while. And so it creates a lot of tumultuous energy, a lot of ups and downs. And Gemini being an air sign, it's going to be something that's going to affect you possibly more, but also in a way that you might be able to handle it more than, say, an earth sign that likes things really solid. Gemini, you're used to movement, you're comfortable in movement. But you are also being asked to please ground with yourself, ground to your inner self, because there's going to be so much going on externally around you that it's going to be important for you to stay in touch with yourself, with what is good for you. Not just what's interesting or exciting and then you take off and you go, but what is good for you. And that is not just in the moment, but long term. It's not always something you're used to thinking of. You make a lot of decisions, often very quickly, and very often very right. But the thing is, what we're looking at now is there is going to be a lot of potential for manifestation in this period. It's going to depend a lot on the choices that you make. And staying in a certain state of mind. This is important. Staying in a certain state of mind where you can look at it and be playful about all the ups and the downs and see it in a kind of wonderment and amazement as things are changing for you. And then really checking in and only saying yes. Do it big. Only say yes to those things that you know are, when you're centered and grounded in yourself, that are going to be good for you. Now, the thing is, sometimes you can feel as though it's hard for you to get grounded in that center place where you know what's right. You can easily get into that place where, especially if there's a lot of things coming at you all at once or a lot of variables and possibilities all at once, it can be difficult sometimes for you to trust yourself about what's the right decision. And part of the reason for that is because you're an air sign, you can get into analysis and you can see all the pros on either side. And even though you see cons, usually the lists end up pretty similar. So, or you can make them that way because you'll look for it. The thing about this is, by leaning into your core, by really, I think what's important for you, Gemini, is to really remember, to really act on and embody the idea that divine grace is with you all the time, that it's a part of who you are, and that you're never exempt from it. It's just always there. And that when you can remember that and take a chance on believing that and really open to that, then it allows you to soften and gentle in a way where you stop spinning round and round and you're able to make choices and say yes to the things that are good for you. The other thing, Gemini, is because you tend to be quite intellectual in your approach to things, or yes, I will say intellectual and logical in your approach to things, sometimes you almost disregard that kernel of knowing you have inside of you, that you are so much more. and that you do exist in divine energy and divine presence, that you are an example of that, and that it is all around us. Sometimes you forget that because you get so busy in your head and also in activity that you forget to reconnect with that. But you are being asked, lean into grace. Lean into grace. Grace is not earned. Grace is a state in which we receive for no apparent reason a divine influence which strengthens us in a way that eases whatever problematic or miserable state we find ourselves. Grace needs only to be accepted in order to be received. Now, what I'm hearing now also is grace is active. It's not a passive energy. So as you embody this grace, think of it as a lift, a breath of air that lifts things up and opens things so that they can move, and move within a context of divine guidance, because it's the breath of God. Think of grace and those moments of grace as the breath of God lifting you up and allowing you to move in the direction that is best for you. As you align with that and as you allow that to be your guide in life, I really feel very strongly, Gemini, that you guys, as much as it started off with that really fun, funny song, it really is about you, who can be very logical and can intellectually accept the idea of divine presence. This is really about you embodying it. And the interesting thing is you can embody it for other people. You can slide into that state of energy where you can be in it for others, whether it's through counseling or just being a very active listener and a good listener, or being of service in a really heartfelt way. More than that, but it is sometimes something that you forget to do for yourself, Gemini. So I would say this is your angels talking, my dears. This is your angels saying, lean into divine grace and let it lift you. Okay? Let it lift you and move you forward. As things become maybe perhaps more tumultuous for you, or in the world around you and with the people, please remember to anchor into that grace within the deepest part of you. Do your best to be playful and only say yes to those things that are good for you, because you will probably have many requests and many opportunities. And this is the time that your angels want you to anchor into your internal space of grace and allow that to guide you, and guide you for your own sake first, without guilt. Okay? Gemini, it's time to let go of feeling as though just because somebody asks you for something, you're obligated to say yes. Okay? Angels are on your side. Okay? Take care.